This is the Axleback exhaust system with the polished tips, and it is available for all 2015 through 2017 Mustang GTs. Now you should be checking out this very affordable system if you're looking for, I would say, a mild increase in volume that does maintain a nice deep tone overall, along with a full stainless build, all for right around that high $300 price point. Now, as you heard with our sound clips, this Axleback does deliver, I would say, a good deep rumble at idle that tends to wake up a little bit more with RPM. Now, it's definitely not going to be the loudest Axleback we offer here on the site, but judging by the customer reviews, the volume level seems to be just right for most S550 owners who actually pull the trigger on this affordable system. As always, guys, if you don't want to take my word for it, definitely read up on some of those customer reviews if you haven't done so already. But going to my Wake the Neighbor scale, I'm gonna go with a strong 2 out of 5 on my 1 to 5 or 1 to Wake the Neighbor scale. It almost gets into 3 territory, but I think strong 2 is really where I want to be. But keep in mind, guys, this is still with the factory resonator in place. If you do decide to ditch that and go with an aftermarket cut and clamp X or H pipe, I would absolutely expect that number to go up to a strong 3. Moving into construction, and another big reason why I think a lot of S550 owners might enjoy this system is that you are getting a full stainless build, but at a relatively affordable price point. Now, this particular option does use 409 grade stainless specifically here, and that is utilized things like the 3-inch mandrel bent tubing, your chambered muffler here, and then all exiting out the large 4-inch slash cut double walled tips, which are actually made out of 304 grade stainless steel. That is a nice thing to point out because ultimately that 304 grade is almost impervious to corrosion, and therefore the tip should look great for the rest of the system's life. Now, you'll also notice there is a high temp black coating here on the mufflers themselves. I always like that as well. Kind of helps the muffler disappear underneath the rear bumper a bit, and that way all you really see is the tip itself. But also keep in mind, guys, you are getting all of the clamps in addition to the factory style hangers in the correct location. Now, moving into price point, and again, I mentioned this a few times, I'll mention it one more time here. Really attractive from a price point perspective, as you are getting that full stainless build for around, I would say, that high $300 price point, maybe just around 400 bucks, give or take here, which will be one of the more affordable Axlebacks currently on the site that will deliver that full stainless steel build. All right, let's get into the installation, and because we are dealing with an Axleback for the S550 GT, you will need to cut. There is no getting around that. You will need to cut off those factory mufflers and then clamp on the new system in their place. Now, because of that, the site is going to call this a strong 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking a couple of hours or so to knock out from start to finish. Now, to give you a better idea of how this one might go down in the garage or driveway at home, let's throw it out to the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
For this install, you need a 3/8 impact and extension, 17, 15, and 13 millimeter socket, die grinder, spray lubricant, mallet, tape measure, and a cutting tool such as a Sawzall. All right, today we're gonna be installing an exhaust on our Mustang. First, we'll watch a quick video how to uninstall a stock system, then we'll come back here to install the new one.
First step here, guys, grab a 15 millimeter deep socket. We're gonna loosen up, but not completely remove, the nuts on both of the band clamps here, connecting your factory resonator to your headers. So we're just gonna loosen these guys up. All right, next step, we're gonna be at our rear subframe right behind our div. Now you'll see these hangers connect to the subframe itself using 2 13 millimeter bolts. Now we don't have to remove the hangers from the isolators. We're actually just gonna unbolt the whole isolator bracket from the frame. So grab a 13 millimeter socket, and I like to use an extension to go right over the sway bar, and we're gonna remove these. Now from there, what I'm gonna do is just lift up on this and swing these guys down. There's a little locking tab here that just hooks in. We just wanna unhook that. So you may have to lift up on the exhaust and then bring it down. All right, next step, before we remove the whole exhaust in one piece, I recommend grabbing WD-40 or something similar with this needle here to just lubricate the hanger above your tips. This is gonna make removing it a whole lot easier. All right, side, do the same thing on the other side. Next step, guys, we're gonna take our exhaust off all in one piece. Now, you may want a helping hand if you're using a lift like we are. If you're working on the ground, it might be a little easier for you to do by yourself. I'd recommend having a mallet to knock these band clamps back a little bit, disconnect it from this side, swing it back toward the front of the vehicle, and set it aside.
All right, now quickly I want to go over what you would have to do with your stock exhaust. As you can see, we already have an exhaust that is already cut where we need it to be. That's no big deal. We're just going to show you what you need to do. Now you're going to come up to the front X pipe here, and you're going to see where it comes to two bends that bend out. You grab your tape measure, measure 2.5 inches from that bend out, mark that, and go ahead and cut that with something like a Sawzall or anything, or cut off wheel, whatever you want. I just came across and went with a die grinder or sanding disc just to clean up the edges to make sure that the pipes actually slide back on nicely. Now you don't have to remove this exhaust from your car to do this. You can do this in the car. We showed you how to do this just because it's definitely a lot easier on the ground and it's not hard to remove the exhaust. But once you get that cut, clean it up, we can go ahead and get our factory resonator back up in the car. We just gotta grab our exhaust hangers off our factory one and we can get our new exhaust up. The only thing we need to transfer over is our hangers here that go into our rear cross member. They simply just slide off so we can transfer these over to our new exhaust. All right, so now we're gonna get this back installed. As you can see, I have a pull jack here just to help hold everything up. Get this around. We have our clamps that are still on our muffler here. Let's get them slid over our cat pipes. Let that rest on our pole jack and we can go ahead and get our new mufflers on. So now we're gonna grab our new muffler section and go ahead and get that up. I have our hanger that we took off. I'm gonna slide that over our hanger for the rear cross member here. We're gonna get our muffler hanger inside, slide that all the way back so we can slide this into our cross pipe here. I already have our clamp over here, so we're just gonna slide this in. We're gonna come back to our hanger here, get that hooked onto our subframe, and get our bolt in. Now we might need to just wedge over the exhaust a little bit, just get everything to fit right. So I'm just gonna use my mallet, just get everything in lined up. So grab our impact 13mm socket and extension, tighten this down. Then you can go ahead and repeat the same steps for the other side. So now we're going to grab our impact and 15mm socket and tighten our two front factory clamps. Now we have our two clamps for our aftermarket exhaust here. I'm going to grab our impact and 17mm socket, tighten these down. And that wraps up our install of our axle back exhaust with polished tips for our 2015 to 17 Mustang GT. And remember, for everything Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.